Well, this is certainly not the video I thought I'd be filming today. Today we're looking at the subreddit, famously worldwide known as Am I the A-hole? And we're just gonna go through it and see if they are in fact the A-hole. I've never done a video like this, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I have my companion here for emotional support. Okay, so I've never actually been on the subreddit, so I'm just gonna kind of go with like the ones that are at the top. So the first one I see is from 7 hours ago. Am I the a-hole for trying to get my husband to recover from his surgery at his parents' house instead of helping him myself? Okay, so like your husband, you're married, so you're supposed to be taking care of each other, but I won't judge too quickly. 1 week ago, I had a traumatic delivery. After pushing for 6 hours, I had to have an emergency C-section.
And delivered our first baby. On top of the pain from the C-section, I pulled my back out from pushing for so long, and the doctors told me I had the worst vaginal swelling they'd ever seen. A couple days before my due date, he fractured his ankle at a softball game and got surgery for it yesterday. I'm in so much pain from tips to toes, and since I didn't have as much help from him, I was forced to do a lot way too quickly, which hindered my own recovery. It's hard enough having a newborn rely on me, which I've been managing fine, but having my husband worry about how much pain his ankle is in and having to cater to him would not be good for my own mental health, and I understand why he wants to be here. I know that it's my job as his wife to care for him, and I wish I had more sympathy for what he's going through, but the lack of support I felt during my pregnancy and delivery and postpartum has just made me kind of numb to it all. That sounds horrible, but this whole thing has just been very hard on me, and I'm sure it hasn't been fun for him either, but these are just the cards that I've been dealt with, and I'm trying to do what's best for me and my family. And the quicker I can recover, the quicker I'll be able to be there to help him.
There's an edit. Okay, before we read the edit, so obviously pregnancy is a huge, thing that someone can go through. You literally just delivered a baby out of your hoo-ha. Then, you're trying to take care of yourself and the baby. So I get having someone else take care of your husband, and I don't really think you're the a-hole because you're just trying to do what's best for your family, and if you can't understand that, you're also trying to recover, and his injury is kind of not helping. I think he should understand that and kind of reciprocate the energy. Okay, so there is an edit on here. I spoke with his mom and she understands that it's best for him to recover at least a week while he's at his house, or at least until he's not completely bedbound. He wouldn't expect me to do anything for him and would try and be self-sufficient as possible. But he almost completely wiped out the kitchen the other day. He did also have a major surgery and will need some help with that, and I just want the best for him. I definitely do hold a bit of resentment surrounding the entire situation and the labor and delivery process. There's nothing anyone can do about it. Not looking for sympathy for myself, I just wanted to know if my feelings and reactions to any of this was valid. I definitely would say that all this is valid. Your mental health is not in the best state. It's good that your husband, supporting you, and also your mother-in-law. I would say you are not the a-hole. You're not able to physically give him the help or care that he needs. Your priority is yourself and the baby. He needs someone who will do that to help him, not you. See, this is the W comment. Yes, this answer right here, this is the one. This is not the a-hole. Okay. That was tame. I felt like that wasn't, anything too crazy. So let's just go to the next one. I don't know how many of these I will do, but we'll see how much my back can stomach and how much I can stare at this bright light for. Okay, this one is titled, Am I the a-hole for turning a family argument into a massive situation that now involves death? I come from a family. Okay, this is a novel. This is a literature right here. One of my uncles is a raging narcissist. But everyone still talks to him, unfortunately. I will call him Frank. So, okay, we have character 1, Frank. Good to know. Yesterday, we had a small family dinner as soon as my grandmother's birthday. Frank and his wife, Sarah, are awful to Frank's daughter from his first marriage, Clara. I would never stop if I explained it all, but all you need to know is that Clara is innocent. They hate her for no reason. Frank hosted a family dinner yesterday, and they were trying to use Clara as a servant. She had already cooked most of the food, and they were trying to make her clean it up. She had enough and called her stepbrother to collect her. I met her stepbrother a few times and he's a very nice guy, but he does not mess around about his sisters. Her stepbrother arrived and Frank said that he wasn't going to let Clara leave until she washed all the dishes. Other cousins offered to help, but he said that since she made all the dishes, because she did all the cooking, she had to wash them. He then hid her shoes and phone so she could not leave. Hid her shoes and her phone so she could not leave. I don't understand how family's supposed to be like this. Well, that's a statement, but they're supposed to. That just screams not stable. So for the first time ever, my mother and other elders were standing up to him and demanding that he let her go home, but he wasn't budging. An argument started. Clara started crying and was just going to do the dishes, but I was like, nah.
I went outside to her stepbrother's car, and turns out one of Clara's cousins from her mom's side was also there with her. They asked what was taking so long, and I informed them of the situation. This is where I might be the asshole since I knew these two could go in the house and get Clara out by any means necessary.
I let them in, and all I could say is that Clara's shoes and phones were returned immediately. I stayed outside, and I'm not lying when I say Those men shouted so loudly the windows were shaking. Her stepbrother and cousin also then took a pair of Frank shoes, TV remote, and a few other things just because they could. That is superhero behavior. That's like, wow. Now everyone is mad at me. My mother is saying that I wasn't because they were trying to get the situation sorted, which is true. She said now that I got Clara's maternal family involved, things are a million times worse. Disowned his father and is refusing to return a car and lawnmower he borrowed. They are demanding I apologize to Frank and that I also ensure his belongings are returned to him. But my sister told me to post here. Am I the a-hole? No. Clearly, frankly, simply no. How is you helping a situation that for someone you care about, right, make you? Because obviously we know who the real a-hole here is, and everybody seems to know it, but aren't like, what? No. Okay, let's see what people have to say. F everyone who's telling you to apologize to Frank. For what exactly? That's what I'm saying, bro. You didn't steal or tell them to steal. Why is your family so confused about the fact that adults are not actually supposed to be able to control their actions of other adults? Facts. Spitting the facts. Wow. 2 not the a-holes so far. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of want some a-holes here. We have a couple here. So, am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend she needs to get a real job and she will never be a famous comedian? Let's get comfy here because my back is starting to kill me. And it's only been like 17 minutes and this is how we're starting.
I'm 31 and my girlfriend is 28. Her and I have been together for 6 years and have been living together for the last 2. My girlfriend has always enjoyed doing comedy. She has a real sales job, though that was her Monday to Friday 9 to 5, where she made decent money. I have a good but hard job and make almost triple what my girlfriend was making when she had her job. I said had because last August she quit her job because it was taking away from her comedy ventures. She told me a year from now she thinks she can really make it. I encouraged her because I want to be a supportive boyfriend. Since she quit her job, she began doing Uber and DoorDash, which is where she makes 100% of her money. Her comedy has gotten $0. Over the past few months, I've started to resent her though. She constantly complains she has no money, yet just for Uber or DoorDash maybe 3 times a week or maybe 4 hours at a time. I've been paying a lot more for household expenses and I'm not saving as much as I like to anymore. She sleeps till noon because sometimes her open mics run real late before she even gets to perform. Even after working a 14-hour day, she will get mad if I don't go to her open mic at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday.
There's a couple things to unpack here. Has she ever asked what you wanted, how you felt, what your dreams and aspirations are? You can support yourself with something that's temporary, like that job you said she had, right? She could have kept that, maybe like doing a few less hours or picking up a side job that's not DoorDash or Lyft because clearly she doesn't have enough money to do whatever, right? And you working a 14-hour shift and her expecting you to come all the time? I just simply don't. No. Last night I did the unthinkable. Oh God, did I speak too soon? I asked her to consider going back to a full-time job. I said she could still do her comedy, but I'm struggling with taking care of her expenses all by myself. When she gave me a dismissive answer and told her family that she will never be a famous comedian, I said she's 28 and it's time to grow the up and join the real world because this is totally unfair to me. She stared at me in silence for a few minutes, started crying, and went to stay with a friend. She called me and I'm the worst friend ever. She has not answered her phone today yet. So am I. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that you're not that for your reasonings and logic, right? Maybe you're an a-hole just in the way that you probably stated that to her, but maybe she needed to hear it that way. Maybe she needed a hard, cold reality check. But let's hear what the people are saying. What is ESH? What does ESH mean? Everyone sucks here. Oh, okay. Everyone sucks here, mostly her. She's clearly not putting in her fair share of bill, but you really lost me towards the end. While I realized you made some good points, that message got warped when you completely blew up and demanded from her. Yeah, like I said, they're kind of both playing two sides of the court here. So yeah, that's all I have for this one, really. Ooh, this title right here. Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend's wife that I get it, she's insecure and it's quite sad? Why? Like why? Like why can't we just all be friendly and civil with each other? Okay, this is kind of fun. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, I have been best friends with Dave for about 17 years. We became friends in middle school. He married at 26 and I was the best woman at his wedding. His wife, Emma, has never liked me. I only met her a few times so far, and each time she is cold and snappy.
I invited him and his wife to get together at the beach. In total, it was a group of 9 people. Emma has been snappy towards me the whole trip. got to a point where people were asking me what's up with it. When we were at the beach and everyone was just relaxing, I noticed we were out of drinks and I was going to go to the car to grab some more. I was asking everyone if they wanted anything specific. I asked Dave, and my child told me that he can get it himself and doesn't need a half-dressed server. I was in a bikini.
Honestly, it's giving insecure. You're saying like, you know, she's never liked you. So I'm assuming you never had given her a reason to not like you. At this point, I had enough and told her, I get it, you are insecure and I find it quite sad. This started an argument and she accused me of trying to steal her husband and me pointing out we have been best friends for years. Emma wants an apology. Dave hasn't given me an opinion. So you're telling me, okay, this is going between your best friend and his wife, and like, he hasn't stepped in, tried to like bridge the gap, give like clarity, or like give her, not like, is he giving her a reason to like be the way she is, or is that just how she is? Because if he's not like comforting her and assuring her that, even actually, like, should he even have to do that? Is that even like his responsibility? I don't know. But let's see what people are saying. Okay, info. She said that she had been cheated on before and that he said not to take it to heart. Wait, she said to her. Okay, so obviously that gives a bit of insight onto her processing. Is she the a-hole? I don't think so. I don't think she's the a-hole, because at some point you're gonna break if someone just keeps bombarding you with, you know, unwarranted dislike, you know? So yeah. Okay, I might just do one more because I don't know how long I can do this. So I'm gonna find a juicy one. Okay, I think I found one. I don't know how long I've been sitting here, but this one says, am I the a-hole for kicking my boyfriends from now and refusing to let them back in after finding out his brother has cancer?
I'm 32 and managed to buy a house in 2020 with my savings from working as a nurse. About 2 years ago, my boyfriend's mom, his ex-comic brother, his boyfriend's wife, and their 2 kids moved in with me. Initially things were okay, but problems started when I began working night shift 6 months ago. Every time I came home, the house was a complete mess. Dirty dishes, trash everywhere, just total neglect. It became increasingly stressful to return after a long shift to such chaos. To add on to that, they were super loud during the day, so I couldn't get any rest during my final shift. There was just too many people for a small 2-bedroom home. Despite numerous conversations about cleaning up after themselves, nothing changed. On top of that, I felt like my hospitality was being taken advantage of. They didn't contribute financially, and I started feeling like a free hotel. I finally reached my limit and told them that they needed to find another place to live. My boyfriend is upset, saying I should be more understanding, especially since his brother recently found out he has stomach cancer after I forced him out. Now he has no way of getting to his doctor appointments. How is that your problem? The house is solely under my name and he didn't contribute to the down payment. Despite this, he feels I'm being too harsh. Right? Am I the a-hole for kicking them out given their current hardships?
No, you're not the a-hole. Yeah, like that's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, those were all the am I the a-hole submissions that I'm going to be reading today. I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I think I have to severely edit this video to make it interesting, because I'm just literally reading for like 40 minutes straight and I don't know how interesting that's going to be. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.